Hajua mimi sio naye nani cha kutwala hajua haju kuno. Na wako daje? Mungu kuna unang'ona ninang'o kuno. Nda kwanza. Go. Ai. Wali.
Right here on Spice Bowl, McDonald's way. Have you?
What an octopus on top. Hold on. Okay, then. Wait. You can't forget the extra sauce. What we doing?
Right.
Thank you. Go ahead.
You can't forget it.
You can't forget the extra sauce. We're not forgetting the extra sauce with the octopus.
Right.
You already know the Arition way, the Midwest way. What we talk about?
Shalom, Israel. All praise, honor, and glory to you. How about Shemal Shai? I kind of hot out here today, man, but Shabbat Shalom, you know, to everybody, man, that's keeping the Sabbath. All praise to the Most High for another beautiful day. You know, finna head out there to the camp, but I just want to make a quick little fast food lesson, Lord willing, through the Holy Spirit of Yahweh Shemal Shai to the edifying of the body, right? You see all these abominations that people are eating, you know, don't skip past stuff like that to be like, you know, somebody eats something abominable. No, they're fulfilling Bible prophecy, right? This Isaiah 6:15. It says, for behold, the Lord will come with fire, right? So the Lord's going to come with fire. You know, when he, you know, comes with the eternal judgment, you know, of fire, you know, as is written in 2 Ezra 13, that fire, that is the law, you know. Also, nuclear fire will come as a judgment also to the wicked, you know, so the fire is multifold, right? With his chariots like a whirlwind, right? Talking about them UFOs with, you know, Esau Edom tries to hide from the public, or if he does release it to the public, he tries to make it look like it's evil, even though we know those are the chariots of the Most High. It says to render his anger with fury and his rebuke with flames of fire. For by fire and by his sword would the Lord plead with all flesh, and the slain of the Lord shall be many, right? And we understand that when Yahweh Shai returns to this earth, you know, like he said, can he find faith on the earth when he returns? You're going to have a lot of men losing faith. You're going to have a lot of people that's going to be eating abominably, you know, because it's like the importance with fasting, what he was talking about when the bridegroom, I'm going to roughly paraphrase, but I'm going to try to put it on the screen. That's what I'm going to do with this video. I'm going to try to put all the things that I'm talking about on the screen, you know, so obviously you can go and see that what we're saying comes directly out from the scriptures, right? So we understand that the Lord's going to slay a lot of people when he comes with the sword of his mouth, right? You know, and this prophecy is really going into the second coming, right? I'm gonna put that on the screen because a lot of scholars have understood that this prophecy is talking about the second coming of Yahweh Shai, right? They that sanctify themselves and purify themselves in the gardens behind one tree in the midst, eating swine's flesh and the abomination, and the mouth shall be consumed together, saith the Lord, right? So, you know, just gonna drive and talk, you know, on the way to camp. You know, so the Lord said that all these abominations of eating swine, what our people love to do. See, this is, a lot of brothers talk about this a lot when they go to camp or make videos. All praise to the Most High. You know, shout out to the brothers, man, that's doing this righteously, sincerely, to the edifying of the body. That thing will come down, trying to do it with one hand. But obviously we see that the Lord, you know, says specifically that swine is an abomination to him, right? It should be an abomination to us as well, as we are his chosen people, right? That we should not be eating abominable animals. You know, all that stuff, the mouse, you know, you're not supposed to be even eating that, you know? For our people that's scattered over there, where Moab is in China, among Ammon and in Japan, these people have a customs of eating abominable things, man. You know, the mouse, the octopus, bats, all these different things that the Lord said do not eat. And if you eat that and continue to eat that, you know, that's sin, but also it's going to lead to the eternal judgment by getting judged by fire when Yahweh Shai returns to this earth. You know, so it's that's something not to take lightly, right? Yes, we do wear our seatbelts, you know. So like I was gonna put it back, I was gonna put it on, but you can see that day is gonna happen. Because think about this: when society shuts down, when all this AI stuff starts getting issued in more and more, you know, to where people ain't gonna be able to, you know, go to the store no more. You know, you're not gonna be able to buy and sell unless you have that, you know, that C-hip, right? You know, you're not gonna be able to buy or sell, you know, if you don't have that thing, man. And you're gonna have a lot of Jakes that's gonna take that thing, man. You're gonna have a lot of Jakes. You're gonna have a lot of Eves take it. You know, you're gonna have a lot of people, you know, that's gonna take that thing, man, just to, you know, get something to eat. Just to get something to eat. You know, that's why it's so important to fast, man, because it's like the Day of Atonement, you know, it's such a big help because we do that yearly, you know, by afflicting our souls by, you know, fasting for a day, you know. And fasting does a lot of good things for the spirit too, you know. It does a lot of great things for the spirit to fast, man. But, you know, we're in the days where the bridegroom is gone and we must fast, man. So, you know, fast as much as you can. You know, but also pray that the Lord keeps you from that hour of temptation. You know, it's going to come upon the whole world. It's going to try everybody that inhabits this earth, right? So, you might hear the wind, so I'm trying to cut it short. All praise, honor, and glory to you. How about you, outside? Lord willing that you got something from it. Lord willing that that you are edified. Like I said, Shabbat Shalom to anybody that's keeping the Sabbath. Most High willing that you endure. I'm saying Shalom.